uncrafting table, if you've got something that is totally useless to you otherwise, there's a chance that you can actually make some use out of it by using the uncrafting table and taking it apart. I mean, who knows? That horse armor, that diamond horse armor, let's say, you can take out the diamonds and the leather and use them in something else. And there's this dragon egg. Well, I think the best way to display something this significant is to make it rotate. I mean, I don't know whether you've ever seen these things or not. It's a display stand, and it spins real slowly around to show something off. And I'm going to put it in... Well, I've been kind of neglecting this room, but I eventually plan to make it a trophy room. You can see these item shelves. I'll put stuff on them. And this is too wide. I mean, this is 2 blocks wide. What the... Okay, how the hell do you use this thing? So I've got the turntable. I'll make some sticks into lever because it requires like redstone signals. Maybe I'll put that here. Now I'll take the egg and put it on here. Okay, I officially don't know how this thing is supposed to work. I mean, it rotates blocks apparently, but it's not rotating this thing. I have no idea why. Is it spinning anything else? Maybe down here? No. Oh, gee. This is yet another thing in this pack that doesn't seem to work. Still, okay, I'm not gonna go deal with this. I don't want another creeper to go off in this base, thank you very much. There we go. Disaster averted. I can still imagine one going off in my, like in my reactor room. Although, I'm pretty sure I lit that place up so much that, that nothing can spawn in there. But it's altogether too easy to leave the door open. And the creeper finds its way to you just as you're about to throw the override switch, and then, well, one kaboom later... I think I've been over this enough times that I don't need to... Well, I hate to belabor the point, but this is one of those points that honestly needs belaboring. Alright. Well, now it's time for another adventure, now that I've got some time on my hands to wait for uranium hex... for some fissile fuel to be made, so... It's back to the Twilight Forest. I got unfinished business there. And what do I mean by unfinished business? Well, it's kind of simple. When we were last here, we had to explore the Minotaur's maze. Where was the swamp? It was in that direction. And but the maze has made it possible for me to well, okay, why is it doing this? Must have a lot of territory to load. Anyway, the maze means that you can go into the fire swamp without it getting burned. And what's in the fire swamp? Well, the Hydra. Now, I fought this thing. There are a couple of different ways. And I'm not entirely sure which way I'd consider to be correct. I mean, if you go in real close and work the body, there's a chance that the Hydra will chomp you. And that hurts. You can also do like you did with the Lich and punt the fireballs back. I probably could get up close and personal with the Hydra this time, though. I don't know. Maybe if I mean, I should be able to tell when the Hydra is about to bite me. And then duck out of the way. You know, like I did with those Minotaurs. Or didn't do with those Minotaurs, depending. Oh well. I've got some distance to cover while we get to the Hydra. Anybody want to sing a song of 99 bottles of beer on the wall? You know, I actually did calculate how long it takes to sing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Assuming a tempo that isn't too fast or too slow, of, I want to say, like 2 seconds a measure, something along those lines, I'd say, ooh, have a look at this hedge maze. Why don't we do that first? Hedge maze. Yes, let's see. Well, I think this is another instance of hand on the wall time. Although I'm a bit indecisive as far as which wall. Oh, spawner. Yeah, those bugs. Alright, yeah, you're gonna encounter them later. I'll take this, I'll take this, I won't take that, I won't take that, I'll take these things. Maybe this. And if I don't feel like keeping it, I always put it in another treasure chest. Okay, there was a big loop around. I can just whomp these things with... There. They're using the... using this mechanism gizmo is a little bit on the overkill side. What's this thing made of? Ironwood. You know, I might as well put this back. I think ironwood's weaker than what I've got on now and what I've got as a backup. So the main objective of this hedge maze is treasure. Where'd that thing come from? And I think the treasure is found in these areas with spawners in them. Now I can hear them. Just wanted to take out that spawner and be sure I took it out. Oh, there's another one over there. Alright. Take these and these. These. Not this. It's not like I need spider eyes for anything right now. I'm being selective about what loot I take, but I like useful loot. So that's the hedge maze. It's got loot in it. You look for loot. You find it where you find the spawners. That spawner was one I'm glad I didn't get the chance to trip. That would have, I think that would have spawned some kind of wolves. Oh, look at this. The diamond hoe. I'm thinking of taking this just for the absurdity of a diamond hoe. I mean, yeah, it's got attack damage, but who's going to use a diamond hoe to hoe their crops when a wooden hoe is just as good and not nearly as expensive? And I mean, unless you're running some kind of industrial farm, since when are you ever going to need a hoe as durable as a diamond hoe? And that is why diamond hoes are a big joke. And that is also why I took this one. I'm going to put it in my trophy room. On one of those shelves. Okay, so I think I know where the fire swamp is showing up on the display right now. It is, you can kind of tell because it's all crisped. And in the center of that area is the Hydra. The Hydra shows up in a particular place. I guess you could call it a boss arena. And we are approaching it right now. It's this giant dome with this... It's like a big pie wedge. And... why would I forget that? Okay, I'm going to be doing this without a fire resistance potion. In hindsight, I suppose I should have grabbed one. And the Hydra is waiting for me. Now let me bring this up to bear here. I gotta watch out that I don't... Okay, it's firing what are basically little bits of TNT in it. I could, of course, play gas ball. Like that. But I'm unwilling to take the risk right now. Plus, these are starting to drag a bit. Let me see if this bomb works on him. Didn't do a thing. What the... So there's ores in here, and the Hydra seems to have... Am I sunken deep into the ground? That's new. I really ought to be able to, something I'd be able to duck and cover in case I need to eat my way back to health, but... Well, I didn't think I could until now. Let's see how this bow does. Theoretically... I'm not going anywhere near it. No wonder. Whoa, how'd I end up down here? Well, this took an unexpected turn, didn't it? A turn for the better, it would seem. Okay, I'm keeping a close eye on the bar. I mean, some bosses I know can heal themselves. The Wither, I think, does when it... Does it? I forget, but... Well, this is a variation on a theme anyway. I fell into a pit. Okay, before I get carpal tunnel out off this, I'm going to make a nice little staging area here. No, it's only out of dirt, but I guess the only thing this attack is vulnerable to is Hydra's Dragon Breath. Okay, where's... I've been looking for this stuff. I'm almost positive that the Hydra is healing itself. Let me just block it off here. Wait for it to finish. This kind of sort of reminds me of the Ender Dragon fights of old, where the Ender Dragon's pattern of attack was different from what it is now. And there'd be a time where it would directly charge the player, and I'd be waiting there with a sword. And I'd take the sword and punch the Ender Dragon that way. And then each time it each time it would charge, I'd swing, and eventually I'd get it. Of course, that was only because I was no good at flinging arrows at it and actually hitting it. And this time around, I seem to have actually scored some damage on it that way. So the funny thing about the Hydra, if you take out one of its heads, it grows two more. Just like in the mythology. And I think that, and this thing does the same thing. If only I remembered my fire resistance potions. It looks like, since I'm hitting it from the underside, there's no idea where these attacks are coming from. But if I were to go up there with the atomic disassembler and strike it there, then it would know where I am somehow. Okay, I heard something break. There were two things? Alright, I'm going to have to swap out my... There we go. That is at least marginally better than what I've got. But I'm once again going to need a new helmet. This bow doesn't completely wear out. If it does, maybe I can fix it in... I think I'd use an anvil, but I'm not sure offhand. Whoa. Yeah, need to recover some health before I get cooked by that thing. Come on, come on. Hey, free little punk. Well, that was a bit of a pitched battle, wasn't it? I fell down in there, and that, I think, was the tactical highlight of the whole thing. If I hadn't fallen down, I'd probably literally be toast by now. Speaking of toast, don't step on those smoking craters. They belch fire. Alright. So we've got the Hydra trophy, we got some fiery blood, we've got some Hydra chops. I think fiery blood is used to make fiery ingots, and you can make armor out of them. In fact, I'm wearing a piece of that armor right now. I'll just put these back. It's not like I've still got my netherite boots on from... see. Yeah, you gotta be careful where you step here. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here and go to the next place that's open. I'll just build myself a staircase out, which I couldn't afford to do before. Now this, I think, was the first... There's a big hollow hill over there. Maybe I'll show that off at some point. But the first thing that I... well, you remember when I found this section of forest right by the portal, and I couldn't go there because I'd go blind. Well, those days are officially over. Now that I've defeated the Hydra, I'll be able to go in there without being blinded.